Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, regarding the decision, we feel that the previous decision of the Supreme Court on the interpretation of 63A, which was, and because of that decision, ECP denotified 25 members of PTI and also did not count their votes. So we feel that the letter was issued by the chairman of the party, the head of the party, and on the basis of that letter, this happened, that they were de-seated. And similarly, a similar letter was issued by Chaudhry Shujat Saab, but the Supreme Court took a separate decision. So that is, what we feel is contradictory in the two decisions. Secondly, we feel that the demand for a full court, if it were to be entertained, and let's assuming that the decision would have been the same, it would have been more transparent, considering that there's a feeling amongst our side of the party that this specific bench has been giving decisions against our party.
Right. So, Rana Sahab, if it was a full court bench, you mean to say that this decision would have been acceptable then?
And yes, of course, it would have been acceptable then. So that was one of our demands. Now, coming to the larger reforms, judicial reforms, we feel that there are two topics under discussion. Number one, it is the fact that a single person, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, has the authority to decide the bench. There are 17 judges in the Supreme Court, and it has been seen historically that certain specific judges are always included in all the benches. So to make it more transparent, the debate is that that authority should lie with the bench itself rather than a single person. And the second topic under discussion is about suo moto, that it is absolute discretion of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court to take up a suo moto on a subject. Yeah. And then it seems that we have a history where we have had Dogar courts and
right.
Judiciary
and,
has been...
Rana Sahab, that is quite intriguing an argument. I must give you that. But with due respect, after Dogar courts, I'm glad that you mentioned the courts headed by Honorable Chief Justice Dogar, that you called Dogar courts. But after that, you came into power. You came into power not once but twice, now actually thrice. But you haven't actually amended the Constitution. Despite 18th Amendment, you did include certain things, but then you had to cancel it out with 19th Amendment. And even after that, you had a lot of time to keep on adding or amending it. You did not. And secondly, yesterday, you're comparing yesterday's verdict with the previous one, but yesterday's verdict in that at the crucial moment, your party and other parties, allied parties, decided to boycott. When at the last moment, when you had to make all the difference, you walk out. Do you think that your case or your side can be heard?
I feel that it was a correct decision because the demand for a full court and the reasons given to reject that demand, that holidays are coming and it's going to take a longer period.
Sorry to cut you. I understand your faith in judiciary and your belief that had there been a full court, you would have gotten different kind of results. But is there any assurance? In this country, a full court actually sent a prime minister of the country to the gallows, right? So how would you be sure that the result would have been different? You can speculate, but you cannot be sure of that.
No, the demand was not for the result to be a certain way. That is what I've said just, right now, that if this decision would have come through a full court, then there would have been no debate, because that was our demand, that, this specific bench and the history of this bench making decisions, whatever decisions they were, but they were, we feel that they were against the, party. And we feel that in this instance, the demand, which was also supported by, a lot of bars and the president of the Supreme Court bar and previous presidents as well, and the legal fraternity generally, the debate in all medias was that, there's no, I think the judgments decide that. and how those judgments are perceived by the people of Pakistan, that perception decides that. And
Isn't that
that
People of Pakistan means all of the political parties and of course people at large as well. And of course you know that there is polarization in the society.
okay, for example,
And Rana sir, that's a dangerous statement to
the
make
side
because, of course, public
parties-
opinion can sway both ways.
Let me tell you, for example, the fact that the election for the chairman Senate, in which Yusuf Raza Gilani was a candidate and 7 votes were discounted, the fact that case has not been heard by the Supreme Court creates the bias. And why is it that that was not important? The election of the Senate chairman was not important enough to be heard. The fact that when the decision by a single member bench, which set aside the ECP's decision that the ratio of the Punjab Assembly is being changed for those 5 reserved seats of women. So let the election happen, and according to the new ratio, we will announce who. And then we filed an intercourt appeal, and for that not to be heard so quickly, that makes the perception.
Right,
The
and
perception
that is
is
an
made.
amazing answer. Let me actually ask you another follow-up question, because earlier my question to Ali Saab was about being reactive, not proactive. And I recall last time all the coalition leaders actually spoke to press day before yesterday. I remember that at that time Mariam Sahiba actually said that we don't want to open too many fronts simultaneously. And I understand that you are actually locked in a fight against PTI. But all of a sudden, your guns have turned towards the judiciary, which actually brought you or helped bring you into power by ensuring that there was a vote of no confidence. Do you think that you have a strategy, or then you will fight with anybody who comes in the way?
With Tafi Saab, we were too involved in saving this economy. Believe me, the situation of the economy, it demanded all the actions that we've taken. As of today, I want to inform through your platform that in this month, we're almost going to have a 0 current account deficit. Next month, we're hoping to achieve a surplus. So with these interventions, we plan to stop the bleeding of the reserves. But it is, and we have stopped it, but it is this political uncertainty which is playing havoc with this economy. And we were focused to get Pakistan out of this mess. And on the other hand, we saw this judicial activism, which was not required and which has brought another, wave of political uncertainty.
No, I get it.